When people talk about ADHD, a lot of times we're talking about attention, focus, and concentration. And what I don't hear a lot of people talking about, even the professionals, is effort. The reason why effort is important is when you have ADHD, you're constantly trying to do things that require more effort than a neurotypical person will need. Yet at the same time, we expect of ourselves the same amount of recovery time. That's like going to the gym and lifting more weights more often on more days, but having the same number of rest days as someone else, and then comparing ourselves to them. And so there's really two ways that we can approach this. One way is by reducing the need to have that effort through accommodations or delegating certain tasks to someone else. I try to look for opportunities where I can delegate certain cognitive tasks to a system that can do it better than I can. These can be simple things like email filters, sometimes ChatGPT, or even just notifications on my phone, a timer. And we should do that in conjunction with the other way, which is giving ourselves lots of time for rest and recovery. That doesn't mean just sleep. Recovery can mean just taking a 9-second meditation. And it's because of that effort that we're constantly making, not giving ourselves the same amount of recovery time and expecting ourselves to behave just like everybody else, even though it's not an even playing field. That gives us that stress and anxiety. And so we really have to call into question whether or not a lot of our shortcomings or a lot of our supposed ADHD symptoms are actually symptoms of the ADHD. Maybe they're symptoms of the stress and anxiety. And that's all the more reason to give yourself more time and more space for rest and recovery. This doesn't mean that you need to give yourself a bunch more free time, although that's nice too. It can be as simple as just stopping every once in a while, doing a little 9-second meditation, doing a deep inhale, and giving yourself about twice the amount of time to exhale. It can mean that if you're in a situation where you're waiting, don't think of it as a burden. Think of it as a luxury. Now you have time to just stop and relax and recharge, sit with your thoughts, and just turn off for a little while. It's a time to give your amygdala a little bit of elbow room to just stop buzzing so much. If you can attack it from both of these angles, giving yourself more time for recovery and giving yourself more accommodations, I promise you, you're gonna thrive more with ADHD. And this is coming from my own personal experience, having had it for several decades. You're gonna feel more mental clarity, better emotional regulation, you're gonna remember things better, and you're gonna pay attention more.